Hello everyone, Nimisha here from Englishfirm Sydney. We'll be continuing our PTE component videos again. So today we are going to talk about one of the items in your reading module, which is called your multiple choice single answer. This item is very similar to your multiple choice multiple answer question. So regarding the time management of both, as well as the importance of both, I have already discussed it in the reading multiple choice multiple answer video. So if you have not watched that one, please make sure you watch that one before you watch this, so you will understand this also better. This is very similar to your reading multiple choice multiple answer. The only difference is in multiple choice multiple answer, you will have to choose more than one correct option. In multiple choice single answer, you can choose only one correct answer. Remaining everything is the same. So let's go into the details. But before we go into the details, let's see how important this question is by looking at the score distribution chart. Right. Okay, so here we have our PTE score distribution chart of all the 20 components of PTE. So the item that we are discussing today is your reading multiple choice question, single answer. So this is actually the third last important question of PTE. So out of all the 20 items, this is the 18th important question because clearly it has low score. It has a total of 1.5 marks out of 90, and you will be getting 2 or 3 questions in the exam, minimum 2, maximum 3. And all the 1.5 it is giving only to the reading module. It does not contribute points to any other module. So relatively less important. And as it is less important, you should not be wasting too much time on it during the reading module, as we have already discussed in your reading multiple choice, multiple answer video. In reading module, you will not be getting a specific time for each task separately. You get total time for all of the questions. So you have to divide the time among the questions based on the importance of the question. And as we know, there are 3 other components which is more important than this in reading. In reading, we have multiple choice single answer, we have multiple choice multiple answer, we have reorder paragraphs, reading fill in the blanks, reading and writing fill in the blanks. I'm just repeating again, just in case you're not able to watch the other video. The most important one is your reading and writing fill in the blanks. Second important one is reading fill in the blanks. Third important is reorder paragraphs. Fourth important is multiple choice multiple answer. And the last or the least important is your multiple choice single answer, the item which we are discussing today, because it carries only 1.5 marks out of 90, 1.5, 1.3. Now, in this question, what you do is very similar to multiple choice, multiple answer again. They're testing your ability to read an academic text for different purposes. Specifically, they're asking for you to, they might ask you to find out the main idea of a particular passage given. They might be asking for specific details from the passage given, or they could even be asking what is the purpose of the writer of the particular passage. And the text that is given to you could be around 300, maximum 300 words long. And based on topics, mostly always academic topics related to humanities, natural sciences, social sciences. It could be anything under the sky. Right. And for each text, there will be one question, one multiple choice question, and there will be 3 to 5 answer options given to you, out of which you could choose only one of them. And in the exam, how do you identify if the question is multiple choice, multiple answer, or multiple choice, single answer? Of course, you can read the instruction given on the screen, or in order to save your time, as I have already mentioned in multiple choice, multiple answer video again, if you see a square box along with the options, that means you could choose more than one. If you see a circle, as you can see on the screen, if you see a circle, that means you could choose only one option. So that saves your time. You don't have to waste time on reading the instruction. And the instruction would be always the same. Read the text and answer the multiple choice question, selecting the correct response. Only one response is correct. So they will always give you instruction whether it is multiple answer or single answer. So if you're confused what type of question you have on the screen, make sure you read the instruction before you answer them. And as a tip, if you see circle, choose one. If you see square box, choose more than one. Now, as you can see, this is how the screen is going to look like. You will have a paragraph given to you, a passage given to you. There will be one question related to this passage. So for the next question, it will be a different passage and different question. So for this passage, you have only one question with 4 to 5 options. Only one of them can be correct. And as you can see on the top right corner, they will show you the time remaining for all of reading. It's not for one specific question, it's for all of reading. They'll show you how many questions you have remaining in the reading part and how many minutes you have remaining to complete all the remaining items. Now, you will be getting minimum 2 questions, maximum 3 questions. You will be getting only 1 point per question. There is no negative marking here. In multiple choice, multiple answer, we have negative marking, already discussed in the other one. In this task, there is no negative marking. So even if you choose a wrong option, you will not get -1, you will just get 0. So if you do not know the answer to a question, please do not leave it blank, do not leave it unattempted, guess any random option. And most of the time, the correct answer, there is a higher probability of getting option C as your correct answer. There's no logical reason behind it. So if you're randomly guessing without any clue, you do not even understand the question, you're not even able to read the passage, or you're running out of time, in that case, just read the question, use your common sense and mark any, or just see and move on immediately. Because if you waste too much time over here, you will not be able to take enough time for your fill in the blanks or reorder paragraphs. And the ample time for this particular task is less than 2 minutes, preferably 1 to 1.5 minutes. And since there is no negative marking, there is no harm in guessing the answer. If you do not know the answer, please do not leave it blank, guess any random option and move to the next question immediately. And the technique that we are supposed to follow here, the same as you're reading multiple choice, multiple answers. So it would be great if you could watch the other video before you watch this one, because it's more explained in the other one. Of course, I'm going to say it here as well, but you have more detailed explanation in the other one. Now, what you're supposed to do here is you have a passage, you have a question, you have options. Only one of the options can be correct. So the part that you need to read first should be your question, because only if you read the question, you understand what are you supposed to look for in the passage. So read the question first, skim read the options to see what kind of keywords that you have in the options, so you can look for those specific keywords in the passage. Once you read the passage, come back to the options and use your elimination method. Elimination method is eliminating all the options with extra information or incorrect information. So if you see any option that has an information that you do not even see in the passage, it's definitely wrong, so you can eliminate it. If you see any option that has extra information or incorrect information opposite to what is said in the passage, you have a wrong information given in the options, then it is definitely wrong. So you can eliminate the wrong ones and then narrow down to the one which is left out. Okay. But again, the most important factor in this particular task is the question, because many people make a mistake of not reading the question carefully, because the question could be something very specific from the audio and if you from the passage. And if you do not read the question, if you simply read the passage and the options, you will have a tendency to click on every option which is correct according to the passage, but that may not be the answer to the question. So make sure you read the question very carefully and understand what is being asked. Are they asking for the summary? Are they asking for the main finding? Are they asking for the writer's purpose? Or are they asking for something very specific from the passage? So read the question before you answer and then skim read the options, read the passage, come back to the options and choose the one which is accurately answering the question. So let me just do this question with you. So our first approach should be to read the question. Which of the following most accurately summarizes the main finding of the research? So they're asking you, what is the main finding of the research? Which means the passage that we have here could be about a research. They need the summary or the main finding, the final result of the research. So if you have an entire passage talking about a research, usually the main finding or the summary, you could be finding it towards the end of the passage, because usually they give you the introduction of how the research is done, what is it conducted for, how did they conduct it, and finally only they usually give the result. So here they're asking for the main finding or the summary, which we could expect to find towards the end part of the passage, towards the last few lines. But before we read the passage, we have to simply skim read the options to check if it is correct or wrong. Monkeys' vocal tracts are more flexible than first thought. So we have keywords here, vocal tracts, flexible. So we have to find it in the passage. So where do you find the word vocal tracts and flexible? Yeah. So you can see the second line, But an international team of scientists has now looked inside monkeys' vocal tracts with X-rays and found them to be much more flexible than thought before. So according to the research, a team of scientists found that monkeys' vocal tracts are flexible than what was believed previously. So the option A says monkeys' vocal tracts are more flexible than first thought. So this is a correct option. It doesn't have any extra information. It does not have any incorrect information. No incorrect information, no extra information. So this could be our answer. But we cannot narrow down yet. We cannot confirm yet because there are three other options as well. We need to check if there is any other option which is more accurate than this one. And also we are not sure if this is the main finding of the research because this is towards the middle or the beginning part of the passage. So there could be more findings. There could be more important information which they found out later in the later part of the research, because the question is the main finding or the summary, so which could be at the end. So this could be your answer, this may not be your answer, so not sure, but we cannot eliminate it as it does not have any extra or incorrect information, so we'll save it aside. A could be correct. Now B, changes in vocal anatomy could have led to the evolution of human language. So human language is the keyword here, and changes in vocal anatomy. So we have to look for human language or language specifically. So as you can see in the last line, this implies that a basic form of spoken language could have evolved at any time in human evolution without requiring any changes in vocal anatomy, which means human language developed without any changes in vocal anatomy. And options B is saying the exact opposite. Changes in vocal anatomy led to the evolution of human language. So B, option B is clearly incorrect information. So that we can straight away eliminate. It cannot be correct. So B is eliminated. So we still have only one correct option, A. And option C, monkeys cannot speak because of their brains, not their vocal structures. So monkeys, brains, vocal structures. So these are the three keywords in this particular option. So we need to look for that. And we have a part in the passage where it clearly says, the study indicates that the limitations that keep non-human primates from speaking are in their brains rather than their vocal anatomy, which means the study indicates that, which clearly shows that is the result of the study. And they're saying that the limitations that keep non-human primates are the monkeys. So which keep monkeys from speaking are in their brains rather than their vocal anatomy. Because initially we've already found out monkeys' vocal tracts are flexible and they are not able to speak any language because of their brain structure, not because of their vocal anatomy. So option C is actually more correct than option A. A is not wrong, but since they're asking for the main finding or the summary, option C is more accurate because the passage clearly says the study indicates that, and that is also towards the end of the passage. So that is the final result of the study. So now we can eliminate option A as well. The best answer would be option C, but we still cannot confirm. We need to check if D is better than C. D says monkeys cannot speak because their vocal anatomy is limited. This we don't even have to read the passage because we already read it in the first part. Monkeys' vocal tracts are flexible. It is not limited. So option D is incorrect information. So option D is also wrong. So the best option out of all the four that we have is option C. Okay, I know it looks a bit tricky because you have to read the paragraph, understand the meaning, which is very time consuming. But like I have already mentioned in the other video, multiple choice, multiple answer of reading, you manage your time according to the order of questions that you get in the exam. If you got fill in the blanks questions at first, make sure you do them accurately and then come to multiple choice, and you can utilize all the remaining time that you have to solve your multiple choice questions. But let's say if you got multiple choice questions in the initial part of reading and you still have reorder paragraphs and fill in the blanks yet to come, make sure you do these questions as quickly as possible within 1 minute or 1.5 minutes, just by reading the questions, reading the options, skim read the passage, use your common sense and mark anything and move on. Because if you waste time here, you will not be getting enough time for your fill in the blanks and reorder paragraphs questions. Okay, so that's all for your multiple choice single answer. So hope all the videos are helpful to you. Make sure you prepare really well. And again, I'm repeating, PT is not just about attending classes. Make sure you practice whatever techniques you learn in the classes as well, because practice, of course, makes anyone perfect. All right. So if you need any help with your preparation, if you need one-to-one coaching, if you need templates, if you need feedback corrections, please put it on the comments, or you can reach me directly on 0432-269-874. And please don't forget to subscribe to Englishfirm channel on Facebook, on YouTube, everywhere. So thank you. I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you. Bye.